I want to address some misinformation or false information related to You Menglong's cause. And this is about the people who are speaking up for him. So there are two names that are just sheer blatant manipulation. Jackie Chan and Andy Lau. Those two have never spoken up for You Menglong. They are in China. They cannot speak up for You Menglong because they risk their lives or even their families' lives. Please understand that. Here are the people who did speak up for You Menglong. Number one, Sunderong. This is a Taiwanese man, actually. He was the one who trained You Menglong. You Menglong got attached to him and he later called him his father. If you know, You Menglong's real father was a rescuer and he died in a rescue mission when You Menglong was really small. So he grew up without a father. That's why Sunderong was like a father to him. Sunderong not only spoke up about or for You Menglong, said that his death was not right. He wanted to go to Beijing. His family forbade him to do it because had he gone to Beijing, they feared he would have never lived afterwards. So instead, he organized a funeral ceremony for You Menglong, okay, on October 17th. We all saw it online, or at least those of us who were curious to look at it, watch it, we did see it. That is the biggest and most vehement support that You Menglong got in that region. Then there are other people who are either artists who have dedicated songs, even though they did not mention the word You Menglong. It was obvious that it was for him. Only one artist, actually, and this is controversial, dedicated a song for You Menglong. The artist's name is Julaiti. The song is Ni Zai Ting Ma, Are You Listening? And people said that, first of all, the song was published really soon after You Menglong's death was announced. Too soon, just a few hours or a few minutes. Nobody can compose a song and record it in that brief of a time. And also on stage, he uttered the name You Menglong. And so he uttered it, encouraged people to remember him, and he's okay. He has no consequences. That was it. Other people who have spoken up for You Menglong, first of all, there's a woman actress. I don't know her. I had never heard of her until this case. She, a few days after You Menglong was announced dead, she asked for a fair investigation, and she subsequently received death threats and even had an accident severe enough to take her to the emergency room, and she then feared for her life. She never spoke for him publicly again. Another man is somebody who's known in China as Lin Beichuan. He identified himself as a second-line Red Generation Army veteran. Second-line Red Generation, second line of descendants from the communist regime or party. Veteran, Army veteran, somebody who's no longer employed in the army. This man, first of all, asked for a fair trial for You Menglong, or a fair investigation. After he did that, he was summoned back to China. He disappeared for a while from the online, from Weibo. Then when he came back again, he wanted to share a photo of the culprit, somebody who's covering up for You Menglong. I forget the man's name. It's somebody in the Internal Affairs Ministry there. All the channels on YouTube that I follow with news, they reported that man's name. I keep forgetting it because I never heard of that guy until now. Anyway, he is the guy above the police units and everything. Okay, the head of the Ministry of Internal Affairs. And he was, for that reason, because he said that he wanted to upload that photo, but that photo was automatically censored on Weibo. He was summoned for a visit with a few friends, as he called them, to the building where You Menglong died, to see that there's nothing wrong with it. That building has been reported to have massive changes. Okay, walls, pavements have changed. The grass where You Menglong fell has been completely removed. Okay, everything is wiped out, clean. And then this man's Weibo account was blocked. So he opened up a secondary account. So Lin Beichuan, this is who I'm talking about. And he did a very extreme gesture. He posted his army identification leaflet, had covered his photo, his real name, his identification details, but it was an army veteran leaflet. And he asked for all veterans to summon or to address the military, because the military is the only one who can now bring order and justice in that country. So encourage them to ask for a fair investigation for You Menglong. After that, he was no longer seen online. Some people are saying that he is captive in very dire conditions, probably subjected to psychological torture. And some people said that this was via Chinese metaphysics channels. They said that the chances of him receiving a very harsh and unfair sentence are very high, but it will take a while. Now he's in torture. So people who speak up for him suffer dire consequences. No Andy Lau, no Jackie Chan will ever speak up for You Menglong, even if they feel in their hearts and in their souls that You Menglong died such a brutal and unjust death. Okay, they cannot speak up. You gotta understand, people in China, no matter what they feel or think related to this case, they cannot speak publicly about it. Okay, nobody can ask for a fair trial there. That's why the petition has been started. I want to encourage everybody to keep sharing it with friends, with family, with whoever, to raise more signatures. Okay, it's going slow, but it's going up. No matter what happens, it is still going up. Okay, so don't get demotivated that it's going slow now. Keep signing it. And understand that people in China, if they dare to speak for You Menglong, they risk their lives there, or possibly their families' lives. That's the harsh reality of a communist regime. It's no different from other communist regimes that still exist in other parts of the world or have existed. Okay, you gotta check out the history of communism. And the theoretical definition has very little to do with the actual implementation. The implementation has shown extremely harsh, authoritarian, dictatorial regimes who have severely breached human rights. Severely. Okay? Please sign that petition and let's keep talking about this subject, and let's not fall prey to misinformation or manipulation.